Shalom. This is the Grafted In video presentation. According to Romans chapter 11, verses 11 through 36, Israel, the chosen people of the Most High of the Scriptures, represents this tree that I'm pointing to. This tree represents Israel that was planted by the vine dresser, Yah, the Most High of the Israelites. If you are part of this tree, that means you are an Israelite. Now, for example, let's take this branch. This branch represents individual people. Okay? If you are biologically an Israelite, that means you were, according to Romans chapter 3, verses 1 and 2, that you have the Israelite advantage of receiving the oracles of the Most High. Israel was given a covenant, a Mosaic covenant of 613 instructions. One of the instructions is found in Deuteronomy 18, 15, and 18. Deuteronomy chapter 18, verses 15 and 18. That is to receive Yahshua HaMashiach, the Anointed One, the Messiah, as the prophet that is unto Moses, as the Anointed One, and receive his good news of repentance that he resurrected from the tomb. Now, if you're an Israelite and you reject this good news, that means your branch that was once on this tree is broken off with an open socket somewhere and thrown on the ground. Now, if you say that you're not an Israelite at birth, that means you are part of this tree, or were part of this tree, the wild olive tree. Now, if you are biologically a Gentile or a nation or Goyim, and you receive the good news of repentance that Yahshua HaMashiach rose from the tomb by the power of his Father, that means you are now broken off, and your branch goes into this tree. No longer part of that tree. You are now part of this tree, the Israelite tree, the chosen of the Most High Almighty of the Israelites. So what this also means is that if you are a biological Israelite that rejected him, again, you're on the ground, that, and you before Judgment Day receive the good news of repentance, you are grafted back in to the tree. So that means you are grafted back in to the Israelite tree if you receive the good news of repentance, being a biological Israelite. So that means you're no longer on the ground, or you were never part of this tree. So ultimately, after receiving the good news of repentance, you are part of this tree, because on the day of judgment, the day of the Master, Yah himself, whoever is not on, again, example, this tree, is either on the ground or part of this tree, and they're all going to receive the wrath of indignation. This is also foretold in Deuteronomy chapter 29, verses 14 through 29. So after you receive the good news of repentance, you are either regrafted in or grafted into this tree, or you are the remnant of Israel if you never denied and are a biological Israelite. And according to Revelation 22:14, you will enter into the New Jerusalem when it descends down out of heaven, and you will partake of the tree of life and live for all eternity in the New Jerusalem. So I pray the will of Yah Most High of the Israelites, that you receive his good news of repentance and receive his son Yahshua HaMashiach, the Anointed One, and enter into eternal paradise with the Most High Almighty. Shalom.